Hello there, welcome to day 8 of Vlogmas. It's Christmas letter H of the Christmas alphabet. Did you guess what I will be talking about under yesterday's live? Let's see, we had guesses for today's H. We had a good guess of halo. Halo, that's a good one. We've had guesses of happy Christmas. Not that. We've had guesses of holy. That's a very good one. A guess here of holiday. It's not that either. And hogmanay. Hogmanay. That's a very good one. But none of those are correct. So none of those are correct, what I'm talking about on today's Vlogmas for the letter H. So what are we going to be talking about today for the letter H on our Christmas theme? Drum roll. So we're going to talk about two things. We're going to start first of all talking about holly. So let's talk about holly. In Christianity, holly was adopted as a symbol of Christ's crown of thorns and the berries, a symbol of his blood, and the evergreen as a metaphor for life after death. Hollies are male and female, and they need the opposite in order to produce fruit. Flowering begins when it is 20 years old, and the flowers begin in clusters near the base of the leaves. In England, in my garden, there was a holly bush, and I used to use that every Christmas, but now I don't have holly for Christmas. I have holly wreaths that are, well, they're on a strand, so holly garlands, obviously Christmas decorations, not real. And I also have mistletoe, again, not real. Do you have real foliage in your house at Christmas? Do you have a real Christmas tree? I've said before I have a fibre optic tree, so I do like that. But each year I bring it out. When I take it out of the box, all the bits fall on the floor of the greenery. I'm sure that drops more greenery than a real Christmas tree. And you would have seen a video I've done on this channel a few Christmases back. And I actually used part of an olive tree because it's the season where I cut down my olive trees, cut them right back, chop a whole load off the top, and I chopped a really huge bit down with loads of branches, like a whole top segment, and I actually used that as a Christmas tree. And I did say in the video I decorate it, and you see me decorating it, and I did say then, don't you think really an olive tree should be the tree for Christmas because it is a symbol of peace? So I do actually like the idea of that. So let me know about your Christmas trees. Are they real? Are they fake? If you have a real Christmas tree, do you have one where you can grow it in the garden, root it again in the garden, or is it one that's chopped off and it's no good? And if you do have one of those where you can't reuse it or plant it out in the garden, what do you do with it afterwards? So let me know in the comments. Let's have a short interlude and then we'll talk about my second thing that I'm going to be talking about, the Christmas alphabet, letter H. So letter H, we're also going to be talking about. Now, I say hymns. Do you know the difference between hymns and carols? Do you know the history of Christmas carols? So let me talk to you a little bit about that. The word carol comes from the old French word, which is carol spelt with an E at the end. And that meant a popular circle dance that was accompanied by singing. So it actually comes from a dance. Carols used to be written and sung during all of the 4 seasons. So it wasn't just a Christmas type song. There used to be May carols and harvest carols, but only the singing of Christmas carols really survived. Do you go caroling? Now, we have something else here very similar to that you go round and sing at Christmas time. It's not necessarily from door to door. I quite like it when you go to, let's say, a Christmas market and you have a group singing there, the Christmas carols. So what do you do? Do you do Christmas carols? Do you just sing maybe at the Christmas service? And tell me, what is your favourite Christmas carol? We have Two Doves, Bees and Gardens in the chat. Good morning, says Two Doves, Bees and Gardens. So let's give you another point for being here on a live. Let's see. So if you don't know what that's about, I've said that I'm doing a prize for the person who comments the most during my Christmas vlog. So that's either live or adding a comment under the full live. And also, if anybody guesses the right answer to what I'm going to be talking about the next day, obviously that's got to be under yesterday's video to guess for today. So under this video, make sure you put your guesses for I, the letter I, what you think I'll be talking about tomorrow. Oh, BC Treasure Trails, hello to you. Let's just put you add to my list. This is the first time you've been on a vlog, so you get your first point. If you missed what I said about what the points are for, then just run this back a bit after I've finished. Two Doves is guessing for tomorrow. I can't say if you're right or wrong until tomorrow, but Two Doves is guessing tomorrow. I will be talking about icicles. Let's write that down for your guess. Icicles. Stalactites and stalagmites. You always remember tights hang on from the top, and stalagmites, they might grow up. That's how I always remember icicles. And if they join, if the drips go down and the bottom ones go up enough and they touch, then they're called columns. They're called columns. And I'd like to thank John and Sarah, Two Doves, Bees and Gardens. Personally, I did put a short out to say thank you for people wishing me a happy birthday that was on the 6th. So thank you personally. So your favourite Christmas carols. Two Doves, Bees and Gardens say not really a carol, but my favourite is Little Drummer Boy. I like ones like that kind of tell a story. I don't like sad carols. So let's say Christmas songs or Christmas carols. And of course, at school, I'm sure many of you used to change words to a lot of the songs or the Christmas carols. Can you remember any you used to change? What was the one? We're three kings of Orient are, one in a taxi, one in a car, one on a scooter, bibbing his hooter, following yonder star. And then what was the other one? While shepherds washed their socks by night. That's the one. That goes a bit rude, I think. BC Treasure Trails, Jingle Bell Rock. Yes, so Christmas songs. We can talk about Christmas songs, pop songs. As I say, I don't like sad ones. So I think Vera Lynn was one of the ones who sung it. The little boy that Santa Claus forgot. I used to think that was so sad. I didn't like hearing that. Two Dove says, oh, come, Emmanuel. I'm a rocker at heart and love the new version put out by Skillet. I have only known it recent years, is that one, Carol of the Bells. It's not a song as such, is it? It's, I think there's sort of chant sort of thing to it. But Carol of the Bells, yes, there are words to it. But I like that one as a sort of modern one for me, because I'd not heard of it until I think YouTube was the first time I heard of it. Someone played it, it was background music or something. I looked it up. I thought, oh, I like that. So Carol of the Bells. What else do I like for Christmas songs? As I say, I like go-y ones. I'm not a great fan of things like Jingle Bells, Jingle Bells, Jingle Bells, Jingle all the way. They're just monotonous. The Holly and the Ivy. Since we've talked about holly today. Holly and the Ivy, that's a pretty good one. What else? I like the ones that kind of uplift you, like "Oh Come All Ye Faithful," those kind of more what I would call church type ones you expect to hear at Christmas Mass or something like that. What else? Deck the halls with boughs of holly. Two Doves says, joy to the world. Yes, that's quite an uplifting one, isn't it? That's a good one. Good King Wenceslas, last looked out, that one. That's quite a nice one. BC Treasure Trail says, Grandma was run over by a reindeer. Is there more to that, or is that what's that got to do with it? Is that a song? Two Bees is laughing, but I don't know what that is. Is it an American thing? Grandma was run over by a reindeer. It's a song. Oh, how does it go? Have I got to look it up? Let me write that down. I'm going to have to look it up. Yeah, I was hoping it was a song because I didn't want you to be telling me news. Grandma was run over by a reindeer. You need to check it out. I will. Do you know who is it by? Is it recent? I've never heard of it. Let me write it down. Grandma was run over by a reindeer. Mike, have you ever heard the song Grandma was run over by a reindeer? Oh, BC Treasure Trail says it's old as me. Oh, was it carved on a cave in stone? I'm so rude. Two Doves says, not recent, many years old. I've not heard it. You know what I'm going to be doing when I've finished, don't you? Oh dear. Yeah, there's some fun ones, isn't there? I'll try to think of another fun Christmas one now. I'm assuming that's a fun one. What's some fun type ones? There's that one I had growing up as a child. All I want for Christmas is my 2 front teeth. I didn't like that. Didn't like that one. VC treasure trails. I want for Christmas 2 front teeth. You must have been typing that as I was saying it. I don't know, because I know you're slightly delayed on a live. Did you all know that when you're doing a live? People watching it slightly delayed from you doing it. Yeah, I didn't like that one. I think it was the way they sung it. They were like singing it like they didn't have teeth. Didn't like that one at all. What other ones is there? Can't think of any more funny ones. There must be. Must be some more fun Christmas songs. And what do you prefer? Do you like serious ones? Do you like religious type ones? Do you just like the Christmas feel, the atmosphere that makes you feel Christmas, like Frosty the Snowman? I think it's that song that got changed. I think there's about 3 different versions I was reading about Frosty the Snowman. I think it's the bit where it says the man's name. Is it Mr. Parsons or the Parson or something? Or is it that bit where it's saying the children throw snowballs at him? That bit's been changed about 3 times. Two Doves says White Christmas. Love the excuse me, love the movie as well. I like a good Christmas film. BC Treasure Trails. I saw Mummy kissing Santa Claus. Yes. Yes. What's your go-to Christmas movie this year? I don't know what we've got on here for Christmas. I don't know what there is. What's your... I like ones that are sad, like sad, happy. Like, I don't like sort of the horror ones. I don't like these Home Alones and those type of Christmas movies, because they're not really Christmas at all. So I don't like those. I like a proper Christmas one. I tell you what I do like. The Brady Bunch Christmas. They did films. There's about, I think there's 7, maybe even 8. Some people only know 3 or 4 of them, but was who played the children were adults. They then came back as parents and with the children and that. So things like that, sort of family type ones. I don't like silly ones. Yeah. What are you watching at Christmas, or do you not watch things at Christmas? What do I like at Christmas? We used to have, I talked about this the other day, I like epic films like The Sound of Music. Two Doves says It's a Wonderful Life, Jimmy Stewart. Yeah, those sort of ones. That's exactly the sort I like. It's a really nice story. Of course, I like Scrooge. To me, that's probably the main Christmas movie. Alistair Sims. If any of you know Alistair Sims, that was the first Scrooge I ever watched, and nothing really beats that. They've had different Patrick Stewart. They've had playing Scrooge, who was in one of the Star Trek ones. And they have different stories of Scrooge, like modern versions and all that, but nothing beats Alistair Sims as Scrooge. And I was quite little when I saw that at the cinema. My parents took me to see it, and I remember being scared out of my life, because the third Ghost of Christmas Future, is the last one? Yes, the Future. And you can't see his face because he's future. And I remember being petrified, and then he points to the open grave and he pushes him in. I remember being so scared by that. I could only have been probably 3 or 4 or something, really little. My parents always said, we'll take you to a restaurant or cinema when you're little, But if you get up or want to run around, or we never said we were bored or anything like that, we weren't allowed to. But if we made a fuss, or they said we'd never take you again, well, of course they meant until you were older. So I was always really good at going to shows and things when I was very, very young. PC Treasure Trail says, I love Patrick Stewart. Yes, he's a good actor and very versatile. I like actors when they do all sorts of things. He's done comedy and sci-fi and Shakespeare and all sorts. He's very good. He's very good. Yeah, so I think for me, Scrooge is the ultimate Christmas film. I know a lot of what's that? I can't think of it. It's The Address. It's a very typical Christmas film. Miracle on what's the number street?
34th.
34th, Mike says. Did you? No, that doesn't sound right. What is it? What's the number? What's the address? Miracle on, what's the number, guys? Miracle on something street. That is another one that's quite typical, I think. Quite a typical Christmas film. 34th, is that what Mike said? Whoops. It is 34th. I have to go and apologise to him in a minute. He's just gone in the other room. He's right. Yes, those are definitely the films. There's so many of these. Something happens to Father Christmas, and let's say children have to go and drive his sleigh and all that. I don't like those. There's too many of those. I don't like those sort of ones so much. And as I said, I don't like ones that aren't to do with Christmas. But yeah, they're what I really like. Real Christmassy feel, as I say, sad and then happy, and it's all good in the end, which is not the type of books I like to read. I hate to read books that it's so obvious it's all going to be happy at the end. I want twist. So I really want a Christmas one with a twist at the end. That would be really good. A nice twist at the end. Okay, I'm going to finish there for today. So my vlogmases are quite short. And as I say, we've had a guess so far from Two Doves as to what I might be tomorrow, the letter I, what I'll be talking about. Anyone watching this back later, don't forget to put under this what your guesses are, what you think I will be talking about tomorrow for the letter I. And also go through all letters and see what letters you can't think of a Christmas word for. Something I can talk about for Christmas. Is there any letters you can't think? Put them down the bottom as well. Okay, thanks for being here. Really appreciate those who do pop in and those who comment later to let me know they came. And until tomorrow, as always, Meraki.